From Vice President Harris posting a picture of her arrival to Singapore to New York Senator Chuck Schumer dancing backstage at a concert with Stephen Colbert.
Democrats are being slammed for their handling of the crisis in Afghanistan. Here to react is Michigan Congresswoman Lisa McClain. It is good to see you, Congresswoman. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
Of course. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up this clip here of the Vice President being asked questions by reporters. Take a listen to this.
What's your response to reports of Americans?
Hold on. Slow down, everybody. I want to talk about two things. First, Afghanistan.
Okay, so she went on to say that it's a high priority to evacuate Americans, which is true. But, you know, the world has been waiting to hear from her on this. She hasn't spoken on Afghanistan yet, and she goes into that approach to the reporters laughing. She gets serious when she talks about Afghanistan, but she's still laughing. What is your reaction?
Well, we shouldn't be surprised. I mean, she's laughing the crisis in Afghanistan off, no different than she's laughing the crisis at the border off. This administration is completely out of touch with reality and tone deaf. We have a severe crisis of epic proportion in Afghanistan, and the world is watching. And right now, we need competent leadership. And we have Kamala Harris going to Asia. We have Biden on vacation. Thank goodness we put some heat on him to actually have him come to his senses and come back from vacation. We have Schumer dancing at the end of COVID party, which between you and me, I'm glad COVID's ended. The rest of the country needs to catch up. We have Nancy Pelosi maskless at a fundraiser. COVID must not be at fundraisers. Come on. This is a time of crisis, and this is a time for leadership to step up. But leadership can't fix a problem in which they don't believe exists. And right now, leadership needs to get their head out of their sand, get their head out of the sand, and actually lead. This is what the American people deserve, and they need to step up to the plate.
Yeah, well, you know, this is obviously an all-hands-on-deck situation, and you would think that the vice president would be by the president's side through it all. So what do you make of the decision to move forward with this trip to Singapore and have her not be in the United States as the president deals with Afghanistan?
I think it's a horrible decision. I cannot for the life of me understand the logic behind it, as with a lot of the decisions that this administration has made. We have a crisis of epic proportion in Afghanistan. We just heard this weekend that they are not going to extend the 31st deadline. We don't have a plan of how to get all of our Americans out, let alone the people that are trying to get to the airport and our Afghani allies. What is our plan? We were in Congress for several months, and we were asking the heads of state, please tell me what your plan is to get out. We are all in agreement that we need to get out, but tell us the plan. They would not share one detail. So my conclusion is either A, they didn't have a plan, or this administration is grossly incompetent. And if they can't lead, I'm here to say today they need to step out of the way and get some leaders in there who will actually lead, who will actually understand what the crisis of the day is and be attentive and present at that crisis. Listen, the house is burning. You shouldn't be going on vacation.
Yeah, well, a lot of questions remain, that's for sure. Congresswoman Lisa McClain, thank you for waking up early, as always, and joining us. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Congressman.
Thank you.
The time is